Hello everyone and welcome to another one of my mini album videos. So this one I made using the Prima Rosarian collection, which looks like this. I'm not a fan of the bright colors, but this paper really appealed to me because in particular of this one that reminds me of an old wallpaper. So to me it has a very retro look and it's something that I really enjoy. So I had to buy this paper, and recently I've been on a kick where I've been trying to make the most projects possible and using most of my supplies. I recently moved twice in the same year and I had to pack, so I went through my supplies 2 times, and both times I couldn't believe how much I have accumulated, and paper pads untouched just doesn't make sense. So plus I had so much stuff to pack, it was just ridiculous. I've been just getting sick of buying. I've been almost a whole year without buying anything new, so I've been really active and making projects, but super simple projects, just to be able to use my papers, because in this pack of paper I was able to do this mini album and I have 1 or 2 sheets left of each of the papers, so there's a lot of paper in that, so I can easily make a little album like that and have more paper left to use on another project. So I don't know what's been the deal with me and buying and never using in case I need it for something special or something. It just doesn't make sense. So once I have started doing it, it's beginning to be easier and easier. So these flowers, for example, I used the old pack on this album, so I put two of them on the cover, I mean, and the 4 remaining ones, instead of saving them in case I need them, screw that, I use them all. And I saw this idea on an album that Frank from Prima Marketing made, and it was a super great feeling to be able to empty a pack of flowers, you know, because it keeps growing and growing, my collection, and it just doesn't make sense. I'm not a store. I buy them to use them and I just don't do it. So this is madness. So I've decided, okay, enough of this. I'm using my supplies. So I have made this paper, this album with paper bags, and I made my chipboard covers and spine. And for the spine I used paper, which I punched, and I put, I covered it with, how do you call that, Mod Podge, to seal it and make it more durable. And I titled my album Bloom because the theme of these papers are a lot of flowers and bright colors. And I'm gonna put it on its back to show it. For the inside cover, I used the same paper as the cover, and I'm just gonna hold my cord here because there's kind of a shadow and it's annoying. So inside cover, I cut the shape out of one of the sheets, and I just wanted the shape to go with this paper here. It matches the colors and the design, so I put that inside the cover, and all the pages are the same. I used a super simple design and I just wanted to make it as fast as possible. I didn't want to make myself complicated with trying to make flaps and fancy things and stuff like that. All I wanted to do was use the paper and make an album, and that's it. So I was able to use a lot of my leaves, which again I've been having them forever, but I have kind of stopped using them because sometimes, you know, when you have a lot of supplies, you kind of realize that having a lot is not necessarily better than having not enough. I feel like when I first started and I barely had anything, I was way more creative, because if I needed something and I didn't have it, I was trying to make it myself or trying to transform something else to achieve you know, what I needed. But now I kind of think that it's pretty stupid that I have all of the colors of flowers possible, but I also have all of the colors of sprays possible to color my own flowers. What purpose does it serve to have everything possible? So I have a lot of laces. I have laces in black and white and fuchsia and every colors, but then I have my my Lindy stem gang in all the colors. I can dye my lace whatever color I want. So why do I have to buy lace already colored? So this is some of the things I realized when I had to pack my supplies twice in the same year. So it really made me realize that maybe I have too much for nothing, and I get way less creative when I have too much stuff to choose from, because I end up using all the same things, and the other ones I kind of forget about them, and I cannot get them all out of my storage. You know, I have everything in these boxes. Excuse the mess, but in these boxes, and I have more boxes here, and I'm still in the process of organizing because, like I said, I just moved, and you know, so that's my point. I really want to make a lot of projects that are simple, that are not complicated, and not the most artsy things, but just to play with the papers, play with the colors, having fun, and be productive and use my stuff. So in these, like I said, these are paper bags. So in each of the papers, the paper bags, I have a photo mat, which I use the same punch as on the spine. So I have one of these in each different papers with my Stampin' Up! Tab punch. And these are the same. I just made my photo mats in advance, and I chose my paper and I glued my photo mats on, and that was it. That was pretty simple. This is just what I wanted. There's another insert here. So these are the blue flower is from the Essentials tubes from Prima, and I have a couple of different colors in there, but the blue one, and there's a red one somewhere. So these two colors, the blue and the red, I was not using them. So for this project they were perfect, and I was super happy to be able to use them almost all up. So it was super satisfying. And this pink one is from Recollections pack, which I was able to use 3 of them. So next page is this one, and for I kind of hide the binding, I used this dainty lace from Gisela store, Lavish Laces, and more of these Prima flowers, which I layered, the small and the bigger one, and more here. I cut one and I kind of use it as leaves. I think this is my favorite paper from this deck. I like this one as well. These are super cute papers. And so this is the other color of Prima flower that I had in my tube. And what I did on the flowers, I used paint. I put paint on my finger and I just brushed on the flowers and the leaves. And I put glossy accents with a paintbrush on the flowers and on the leaves. So you can see it's kind of glossy on certain areas. So I did that to each one. So here I used the Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and I put a tiny pink gem in the middle of the small ones. Next page is this one, and this was part of the collection, but this paper didn't have any pattern on it. So what I did is I had this stamp set from Teresa Collins from the Posh collection. So this rose, I think, is pretty much looking like the design of the paper. So I stamped that, and I took one of my Crafters Workshop stencil, and I wanted to use it as a reversed image. So I put paint on it and I just stamped it on my page. I didn't want to fill in the stencil because I didn't want it to be too busy because of this page. That's already pretty busy, so I just wanted something subtle. So that's what it came up looking like, and I'm pretty happy with it. And you can see it well, the glossy accents and the paint on the flowers and the leaves. And this is the last page. The back of the last page is this one, and with more flowers. And this rose is from, I think I said it, because I have one on the first page. I think I said it's roses from Lavish Laces on Etsy. These are roses with netting, a little kind of netting inside. Anyway, so these are super pretty. So this is the back cover, and this is it for this album. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.